All right, so this is my fourth time trying to film this video because I'm trying to make it simple, so it's not much. This is Koala, obviously we know what this is, and this is patterning 3. Both of these are handy tools depending on which workflow you choose. One of the things I like is being able to create patterns in here and then bringing them into the SP404. So for instance, I made 2 patterns, an A and an A1, and this is what they sound like. Here's pattern 2 coming up. Okay, in here, if you haven't seen this before, there is a timeline where you can make a loop with it using them. I mean, it's okay. I'm not going to use that. I prefer just taking and making the patterns here. And then I'm using it into the SP. So I'm recording that through the looper or whichever method you want to use, or just record. And then you're putting them into the SP. Now, when you record it initially, it may be quiet. So you either need to use the shift, resample, and stack method, or you normalize it. I would say with this, go ahead and normalize it. But if you're scared that it might distort your sound, make yourself a copy, test it, and then you'll know for sure. Okay, that's the beauty here, is always use the copy and make yourself an extra copy of the same pattern. Because once you mess it up once, then you can't keep it. You'll have to go back and re-record it. All right. So I made 2 patterns. It's the second one. Okay. And the beauty is, when you click here, it's going to go back into Koala mode. But if you hit anything on E through J, it's not in Koala mode. So you can keep it in Koala mode in the back end and just go and use your spots here. So recorded that in and record it into here. Now you might say, why am I going to the SP to in here? The option is, when you go into the SP, is that you can do samples with these effects, versus if I just record it into here, I could use the effects on it, but then I still have to resample it back into here. So for me, initially, I recorded from patterning straight into the SP. I may want to finish or start building more of the track here, then go into Koala. Whatever the case may be, it's up to you. Another thing is, you can take your patterns from there, and you could build yourself samples, chop the samples. There's really no need to do this. But if you want to chop pieces out, you could. I would not probably use that, because the reality is you could come in here and just play the sample in and record it. Right? So it's kind of a pointless idea to go in here and do it the other way. Okay, so you come in, now you built that. Now, you could bypass this, like I said, go straight into Koala using patterning. Patterning also has the ability to export. So you could just do export audio individual tracks if you wanted to, or you could just do a master out if you want to, or just like this is Ableton, but if you do the audio, it's the same principle. You could do the audio with the trail on there, a clip or loop, or however you want to do it. And then send your parts right into here. This is only for somebody who has SP that wants that control to be able to use it. So now that they're in here, if I'm in Koala mode, so you see some of the stuff you got. Now you got that performance. Now you can do that in here. You could. And you can record that in. That's if you don't one shot. If you one shot, then you know you're not going to be able to play like that. But it's kind of fun to be able to play in between. And the other one, you don't really do that. It's going to pretty much just go to the next. It's going to trigger the timing and go to the next one. But what's cool about patterning 3 too is it keeps the timing pretty well. So if I'm on A and I hit 1, it's going to blink and then it's going to switch on time. And it's actually switching between it early. So you can watch when you hit here. But no matter where I hit it, it's going to find the timing for you to make it sync. It's kind of cool, actually. I didn't realize it was doing that, like that perfect timing, which is kind of cool. So in here, you have to obviously manually be playing it. But the benefit of that is you can make yourself a track. Let's say we'll just do 2 bars. So let's say you record, press record. And you could do this way longer than 2 bars, which I highly would suggest. But now you have these 2 different loops that are playing. I made them purposely a little different. Same drums, but just a little different. So now you could go in and start making some cool patterns off of using the patterns, which is kind of neat. Then you want to go back and you want to record something in the SP. Just hit any of the E through J ones. And you're back in the SP, and now you can start recording, sending over stems if you want to stem out something. The possibilities are endless. So patterning 3, Koala, SP, or without the SP, if you just had Koala and patterning 3, the cool stuff is endless as far as drum loops and things you can come up with. And patterning 3, a lot of people don't know this or think about this. They think of it as just drums, but I'll show you something. Let's go here. We'll just save it. They do name it for you, but you can rename that if you want. So let's say now I want to go with kalimba. You can actually bring other types of samples in here. Or this one. I couldn't tell you. I don't really know what that is, to be honest with you. So you can bring instruments in and make patterns with the instruments, is what I'm saying. And now you can record that back into, watch this. Hit record. Slowed it down halftime. Slowed it down halftime. That actually didn't make it halftime for some reason. Hold on, let me go back in here. Oh no, it did. Okay, it just put it at 52, which is what it would be. Okay, got it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so back here. We'll take gate off. So now we have what was a 4-bar loop to an 8-bar loop. Slow down. So let's say you like this loop here. You could go back to Koala. Now record that into Koala. All right, and I do that little tail end just so I know where the loop is in Koala. Because unfortunately, right at this moment, we don't have the ability to know where the sample is. So now you could normalize this. I'm probably not, because it'll sometimes with the drums it may work, but sometimes with this it'll overdo it. So I'm just gonna go mix until I have the Maybe one more. There you go. So now you see I have the sound I want. And I don't keep all the extras, some people do, but to me that's a little excessive. And then now if you want to speed it up, you can stretch this up to, if you want to stretch it, you know it's showing 8, but you need to go to 4, just stretch it to 4. Repitch. So I just repitched it so it'll go back to like sounding sort of like what it would originally sound like. And now if you have 8 bars here, you just throw in 2 4-bar loops because they're 4 bars, right? And you have. Boom. So now you see that patterning 3 is even more than just a drum sequencer. Depending on what package or what sounds you bring in, you could actually make it something totally different. Let's say I wanted to add a little Space Cow ambient, whatever this is here. I'm just going to use it. Percussion. Same patterns, right? So now I'm going to record this into the mark. I didn't mean to do that. Into here, we'll set this back at 100%. We'll delete what's in here. We'll hit record. Copy it, throw it on a pattern. Let's see if we slow this down. It's interesting, but not enough for me to do it. So I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it where it's at. Stop it, delete it. And now I have this piece here. So I can go back into here. And then let's exit Koala mode for right now. And now I can record this part in. So we'll set it on loop. Okay, I got to turn the gate off. I forgot the gate was on. Hold on. So I don't care for that ending part. I'm going to take... I'm guessing that this is the part. It doesn't matter to me because, oh, I didn't mean to turn the tone down. Because this is a perk. I'm going to stretch it. And we'll call it 2 bars because that's what it should be, right? And then we'll throw in a perk. So it's only 2 bars, so you can't make it 4 if it's not 4, right? And then what you can do is just select this, snap it, and then hit repeat until it fills the spots. And now you have this. All from the same pattern. I didn't even make any changes to the pattern. I just made the 2 parts, put different sounds in, and now I just made a pattern. So anyway, patterning 3, Koala, SP. SP is more of the controller here, though I'm running stuff through it. You can use it for effects and everything. It just becomes an extra added bonus to the workflow. You don't need it. You could use this, AUM, and patterning 3, do similar things like that. Anyway, just a great workflow. So open to anybody. Don't feel like just because I'm using SP that you have to get the SP for that. You can do it without the SP. All right. Just wanted to show you. I'm out.